everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we're taking a look at Elite Class Optimus Prime with Sky Turbine Spark Armor from Transformers Cyberverse Power of the Spark. So these guys are a little bit larger than the Battle Class that we've been taking a look at. You can see it says Elite Class on the side. Kind of standard Bumblebee Optimus Grimlock picture there. But these guys are $24.99 each as opposed to the Battle Class, which were $14.99. So $10 more per figure, but they are a bit larger. You can see the armor itself is quite large, and they have kind of spring-loaded gimmicks in the transformation of the armor. So it's not like the Battle Class where you just kind of unpeg things and put it all back on. This has kind of a, like, as you transform it, it kind of has a gimmick or like a spring-loaded thing. So we'll see how that goes. You can see Megatron and Bumblebee also available in the size class, as well as Cheetor, who is a Target exclusive, but he is not pictured here. So I'm pretty excited. I think this actually looks like a lot of fun. Love the look of Prime with the jet. I think that really looks cool. So let's go ahead, let's get this guy out of the box, and we'll take a closer look. Out of the packaging, here is Optimus Prime and Sky Turbine. We'll take a look at this real quick, and then we'll put it off to the side. It doesn't do a whole lot in vehicle mode. It looks nice. Nice red paint here on the wings. Nice blue paint here for the cockpit canopy. Underside just looks like a bunch of stuff. Yeah, it doesn't transform or anything on its own. It certainly doesn't have a robot mode or anything like that. So there's not a ton for it to do. It's just kind of like a drone. I guess he could surf on it if he wants to, but it doesn't really fit all that well. So yeah, we're going to put that off to the side for the moment so we can take a close-up look at the Optimus figure. I think it looks pretty nice, actually. I really like the silver paint here on the thighs. Everything else I think is molded. Like these are all red. This is obviously molded out of blue. This is molded out of blue. Have some black painted here for the fists. Get a close-up look at that head sculpt. It's a little thin, but it has to be to fit the armor. I think it looks good. Silver face paint, very nice. Blue eyes painted very nice. Blue windows on the chest painted very nice. Head can swivel from side to side. That is one major difference over the Battle Class. Battle Class head cannot swivel. Elite Class has head swiveling. Ball joint here. You kind of have like a double ball joint. Well, it's kind of a hinge you can see back here, and then it's a ball joint here in the shoulder. So ball joint there. You do have a bicep swivel, 90 degrees in the elbow. He is a little hollow, the rest of his arm. What are you going to do? He does have a waist swivel, but this kind of giant butt backpack gets in the way. Kick to the front, kick to the side, back again, hit by butt backpack. Thighs swivel, knees, really nice knees there. Nothing in the, like this whole chunk of knee downward is solid piece of plastic, but he looks good. I like him. I think it's nice the amount of articulation he has. For a size comparison, here is the normal Warrior Class Optimus. So they are about the same size. I would say their chests are pretty much at the same, like legs to the knee about the same. But I just feel like overall he just looks better. I mean, he's a hair shorter, but all this going on here in the torso looks so much better on this figure. The thighs look so much better, better articulation. He doesn't have the weird axe gimmick. The arm isn't stuck in that position. All in all, I just think this is a much better figure than this. It just is. Here is Battle Class Prowl for size comparison. You can see that the Battle Class is considerably shorter than the Elite Class. So, putting him off to the side. But yeah, I definitely like this Prime figure quite a bit. Let's go ahead and bring that armor back in so we can get into that armor transformation. Alright, so the first thing you have to do, this kind of, it's obviously the front of the cab, but it's kind of a backpack butt flap. I like to put it up as high as possible so it doesn't get in the way of the legs. But for the armor, you kind of have to bring it down. And there's like a double joint situation going on here where it's one joint here and one joint here. So on the back of the butt, there's a joint, and then on the piece itself. So you just kind of rock it down. And that's because you have to expose these two peg holes. Then you're going to peg this giant thing. You can see two giant pegs right here. That's going to peg right into his back. just like that. You can also come down here. He's got extra long heels to help with the weight, because they know that there is quite a bit of weight added when you pop this on. What you're going to do, I mean, he could kind of stand like that, but not really. You unhook this front piece and kind of bring it down so that the head covers here, and then the back will spin as you just saw, and then this will come down, and there is a tiny little tab slot right above his crotch that this piece here will peg into. There we go, you can hear it snap. So this looks like it didn't turn all the way. Did it get stuck on me? It's because the arms are in the way. There we go. So be wary of that. But basically you can unhook these. I don't know if they're supposed to naturally unhook, but I don't think so. Directions just kind of say like turn, and then it happens, and you're like, okay. So he's got his normal arm articulation out here. He's got these guns. I really like the look of the head for the armor. I think that's really cool. Why is this not spinning all the way for me here? There we go. I don't know, it just got stuck. You have to be careful because you saw that I kind of held it in the wrong spot, so I was impeding the transformation. Got to be a little careful about that. But yeah, overall, I like the look of him. I think he's really neat. These are kind of spring-loaded, so if you pull them out to the side, they'll flip back. But yeah, I think it's a fun little gimmick. It's goofy, it's neat, but I think it looks really cool. You have blasters up here. Obviously, you have Gatling guns. The wings swivel around so they look better like this. I really like the direction they've taken Cyberverse, because I really did not care for the first like half of Cyberverse before the armors became a thing with the weird, like I just showed you, the axe gimmick where it makes the arm jammed in a position all the time. But as you can see, those heels really help out. So he stands fairly well, and he just looks really neat. I like it a lot. One thing I did want to show off, because the directions do not really explain this, transforming him back. You have to kind of unhook this from the torso, and then you can kind of just unpeg the whole thing. And then I just put these back down. And then what you want to do is, you can see, if I can actually get the camera in here, there is a peg right here where my finger is, and that's what stops it from, like, as it turns around, that's what stops it. So you want to spin this, and it's kind of weird. You kind of have to like spin this around and hold on to the right part, so you can see that that's the part that spins around. And then as you get up here, you want to bring this up, and these two pegs here peg into this section here, just like that, and that's what holds it in place. And then you just flip these. I mean, if you want to leave them down, you can. I think that actually kind of looks cool, but you can snap these back up like that. So that is how you transform the auto transformation armor back. And it's suddenly occurring to me that this is kind of Leader 1 from GoBots reminiscent, which kind of makes sense. You have the leader of the GoBots, the leader of the Autobots teaming up. Kind of cool. That's my own headcanon. But anyway, that's how you transform the armor back. Now, Prime, of course, does have his own vehicle transformation. If you have this rocked up like I showed earlier, you just kind of want to rock it back down. Go ahead and push the head back in there. Then you have to lift this up and lift that up. So that's kind of how the forearms de-transform, for lack of a better term. You can go ahead and peg the legs together. You're going to swivel the whole torso around 180. You have to kind of bring, so you use the bicep swivels to turn this, and my bicep swivels are really tight. So if yours are also very tight, just be careful. And then you have to bring this all the way back, just like every Prime of all time. The arms will come back like this. This will swivel up. And then this kind of rocks back up. But you have to kind of tuck everything up like that. And then this will peg in. There's these tiny little tabs. They will peg in underneath there. And then when you see that there's tiny little tab slots right there for these little tabs on the inside. So really you're supposed to have this up already, but you can get that in there. And there you go. That is the little cab mode. So there's a little cab mode. Rolls fairly decently. You can see that it's kind of straight across. It almost feels like it should be a little higher up, but rolls decently. It's just a cool little cab, not too much to it. I really wish there was a way to kind of connect this and have it like be a trailer for them. I know it's not a proper trailer, but I just mean it would be kind of neat. So, my lights are getting a little goofy. I'm going to zoom out here. But yeah, overall, I think it's a fun little cab mode. It's very tiny, but it's just kind of compacts down really well. You can see where the robot head was. I mean, it's definitely kind of open up. Nice gap here, but it's not that bad. I don't mind it. I guess if you really wanted, you could use these. Maybe he could use these to kind of like bounce himself off. Take jumps and stuff. In any case, very cool little cab mode. I like it quite a bit. I really like this set quite a bit. I think the big jet is very neat. It has the cool Gatling guns. The auto transformation when you combine it as armor is really fun. The armor looks great when you're done. I did forget to mention that the armor, once the head is on, that head can also turn side to side. Since this head can turn side to side. I'm sorry, I forgot to show that off, but that's also possible. I think the little figure is really solid. I mean, yes, you know, he's got the big kind of open area under the forearms, and when he's in the cab mode, he's got some open spots. But it doesn't bother me. It's just a fun little figure. It's what I really feel like Cyberverse should have been this whole time. And I'm loving the basically 180 they did as far as gimmicks go. Because the original gimmicks were like hardwired, spring-loaded, and they just made for really dumb figures. Really blocky figures. Things that just didn't work. And I think this is such a smart move to just give you a really solid little figure and then have all of the spring-loaded gimmicks be in this kind of additional armor that is fun when they're used together, but if you just want a basic nice little figure, you have that option. I think it's really smart the way they've taken this line. The direction they've gone in is just, it's making me interested in Cyberverse again, because I got to tell you, I had a few Cyberverse figures, like I picked and chose ones that looked not that bad, or the gimmick didn't severely hinder articulation and things like that. And I'm back in. I'm really enjoying these. I think Cyberverse is fun again, and I'm really excited about that. So I definitely recommend this. I know 25 seems like a lot, but I do have to say that the old Warrior class were 15, I believe. So you're basically getting that, and then you're kind of getting $10 in this large, gimmick-laden armor piece. So I kind of feel like the price is worth it, because you're getting so much more than just a Warrior class figure, and the figures are very solid, painted nicely, articulation's good, and the armor piece is kind of a big, bulky hunk of plastic with some springs and things like that, but it's fun. It's fun to combine these together. So I'm having a blast with them. I definitely recommend them. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, thank you so much for watching.